NFL players dream of making history, just not like this. These are the moments they wish never made it to YouTube. Number 19. Deshaun Jackson had the end zone. Wide open, clear. All he had to do was step in. Instead, he dropped the ball at the 1-yard line like he was clocking out early. The refs had to double-check it. The touchdown got reversed. It wasn't even the first time he did this, which almost makes it art. The only thing more consistent than his speed was his confidence in not finishing plays. You don't need comedy when the footage is this good. Number 18. It's not often Tom Brady drops a pass, mostly because he doesn't try to catch them. But in Super Bowl 52, the Patriots called a trick play. Brady ran a little route, the ball floated in, and he just kind of missed it. No one hit him, he just didn't catch it. Not a big deal, until the Eagles ran the exact same play with Nick Foles, and it worked. Brady went from legend to blooper reel in about 6 seconds. Number 17. Eli Manning getting benched in 2017 wasn't shocking. The Giants were a mess. What caught people off guard was Eli's face. Reporters asked him questions, and he looked like a kid trying not to cry after dropping an ice cream cone. It wasn't staged or dramatic, just a quiet, painful kind of sad. A 2-time Super Bowl MVP, benched in a 3-win season, blinking away tears while trying to keep it together. Honestly, brutal, even if you weren't a Giants fan. Number 16. In 2018, Vontae Davis played one half of football and decided he was done. Not done for the game, done forever. He told no one, walked into the locker room, took off his gear, and just left. He retired at halftime. Fans thought it was a joke. Teammates thought he was injured. Turns out, he just realized he didn't feel like doing it anymore.
You left?
Yeah, you know as much as I know. I found out going in the second half of the game. Coming out, they said he's not coming out, he retired.
It was honest, it was strange, and it was the kind of exit no one saw coming. Number 15. Daniel Jones had an 80-yard touchdown waiting for him. He made about 70. Then his legs went rogue and sent him face first into the turf. No one touched him, just bad luck and a face full of turf. He got up, smiling like someone who knows the internet already has the clip. It wasn't a disaster. The Giants still scored, but in a season full of struggles, this was the kind of mistake that felt almost too on-brand. Number 14. Mic'd up on Monday Night Football, Sam Darnold gave us a moment he probably regrets. After throwing his 3rd pick of the night, he sat on the bench and said,
"Seeing ghosts."
"I'm seeing ghosts." It aired live. The Patriots' defense smiled. Twitter did what Twitter does, and just like that, seeing ghosts became his legacy. He didn't mean it literally. But once you say that on national TV, it doesn't matter. The headline writes itself, and the internet never forgets. Number 13, seconds on the clock. No timeouts. Down by 6. The Cowboys needed a miracle. What they called was a quarterback sneak. Dak ran up the middle, slid, and the ref couldn't place the ball in time. Game over. You could feel the confusion from the crowd through the screen. Fans tried to figure out the plan. Analysts wanted to explain it. No one really could. In a playoff game, with everything on the line, this was how it ended. Number 12. A 27-yard field goal isn't a gimme, but in the playoffs, it should be close. In 2016, Blair Walsh missed one. Badly. The Vikings were about to knock out the Seahawks. The snap was good. The hold was clean. The kick? Not even close. It hooked left and took the season with it. Walsh stood there, blinking like he wanted to turn invisible. He didn't. The moment replayed for days. In Minnesota, they still call it the miss. No other words needed. Number 11, it's the Super Bowl. The Broncos fumble. Cam Newton, league MVP, has a clear shot at the ball and hesitates. He doesn't dive. He steps back. The defense recovers. Replay doesn't make it better. If anything, it makes it worse. The hesitation looked like a business decision, and not a great one. In a regular game, it's a bad look. In a Super Bowl, it becomes a permanent part of your highlight reel. Cam never really let that moment go. Number 10. The Jets were winless in 2020, but they had a shot. 5 seconds left. The Raiders had the ball near midfield. A deep pass was coming. So naturally, the Jets sent a blitz and left the corners alone. Derek Carr launched it. Touchdown. Game over. The defensive coordinator was fired the next day. Some called it sabotage, others called it classic Jets. Either way, the play call was so baffling that even fans stopped being mad. Number 9. It was the halftime show that became a headline. Super Bowl 38. Justin Timberlake and Janet Jackson. A dance move. A wardrobe malfunction. And suddenly, the biggest game in America became the most awkward few seconds on television. The NFL called it accidental. The FCC wasn't so sure. Fines were issued. Apologies made. And from that point on, halftime shows came with a whole lot more delay and a lot less trust. Number 8, Garo Yepremian was a kicker, not a quarterback. Super Bowl 7 reminded everyone why. A blocked field goal turned into panic. Garo tried to throw the ball, lost grip, slapped it in the air, and the defense ran it back for a touchdown. The Dolphins still won, but barely. And the play, now lovingly called Garo's Gaff, stuck around much longer than the trophy. It's not every day a kicker nearly derails a perfect season with a pass attempt. Number 7, Dan Orlovsky's moment of fame came not from a touchdown, but from forgetting where the field ends. Pressured in his own end zone, he scrambled right out the back. No one touched him. He just kind of floated out, like it was part of the plan. The Lions were already losing, and this didn't help. But it gave us a moment so uniquely awkward that even years later, quarterbacks stepping out of bounds are still pulling an Orlovsky. Number 6. The Browns were on the edge of going 0-16. Final game, final chance, 4th down. The pass was delivered right to the receiver, and drop. Just like that, history was made, the kind no one wants. It wasn't a tough catch. It wasn't a bad throw. It was just dropped. The whole season collapsed into that one moment. If you're a Browns fan, you probably remember where you were. If you're not, you probably saw the replay anyway, and maybe winced a little. Number 5, Stephen Tulloch sacked Aaron Rodgers. Then he celebrated, and then his ACL gave out. He wasn't tackled, he didn't slip, he just did a little move, the discount double check, and that was it. Season over. That's the thing with celebrations. They're great when they work. But when they don't, you go from highlight to cautionary tale in a single frame. Number 4. In 2003, the Saints pulled off one of the wildest plays in NFL history, the River City Relay. 3 laterals, a touchdown as time expired, and the kind of chaos that gets its own segment in every highlight reel. All they needed was the extra point to tie the game. John Carney lined up and missed. Just a straight-up miss. The stadium went from celebration to complete silence in seconds. That kick didn't just end the game, it ended their season. Number 3. Jim Marshall scooped up a fumble and took off. Perfect recovery, lots of daylight, but there was just one issue. He was running toward the wrong end zone. He went the full distance, celebrated, and handed the ball to a fan. The problem is, he just scored a safety for the other team. The clip is old, but somehow timeless. Number 2. There are bad plays. And then there's whatever the Colts tried against the Patriots. They lined up for a fake punt, but it looked more like a dare. One guy stood over the ball. Everyone else wandered off to the side. The snap happened. He got tackled instantly. That was the whole play. No blockers, no logic, just confusion. Fans didn't even boo. They were just trying to understand what they had seen. Years later, they still haven't figured it out. Number 1, Mark Sanchez took a snap, looked for a hole, found one. In his own lineman's backside, he ran into it, fumbled, and the Patriots returned it for a touchdown. That's the butt fumble. No nickname needed, it explains itself. Thanksgiving night, national TV, and Sanchez accidentally created a play so awkward it became immortal.